Hey, thank you for coming to our presentation. This is Indy 08 Storyteller AI. We are CES 4850 Senior Project Section 2 Fall 2024 with Professor Sharon Perry. My name is Owen Wang.
My name is Tufael.
My name is Insu, and Daniel Chen is also here.
Next page, please. Introduction. Welcome to our Storyteller AI app where imagination meets cutting edge technology to create unforgettable interactive storytelling experiences. This innovative app allows users to input any topic prompt or setting and watch as AI crafts a unique story with intricate details and vibrant visuals that bring each tale to life. With a powerful read aloud feature, subtitles and come alive through narration, enhancing the sensory journey and making it an accessible experience for all. Our goal is to make this entertaining and educational for all users alike. Next page, please. The goals of our Storyteller AI is to create an immersive and entertaining experience through AI generated content. And another goal is to make it user friendly and story customizable for all the users' needs, tailored towards their wants. Another thing is to create a visual video with narration and visuals. Next page, please. Design. In the beginning, when we first made the app, we were thinking about the environment. Now, we employed APIs like OpenAI API, GPT-4 Mini for image generation, and DALL-E 2 and DALL-E 3 models for image generation. Now, we use Flutter and Dart. The reason why we use that is because Flutter allow us to create a visually appealing front end application in the app, and then Dart made it easy to maintain the code. Now, when we configured this app, we also made it so that it was compatible with tools like Android Studio and Xcode. So what that did, it was that it made it easy to test and deploy the application. So that made it easier to create and make the app better and improve upon it. Next, next slide, please. Now, user characteristics. Now, this is like one of the goals mentioned earlier. Now, when we made the app, we took into consideration the people who will actually use the app. So most likely, it's going to be young people and adults. Now, to make this app work for those people and the target audience, we made it so that it was easy to navigate and it was easy to be understood, and anybody could use it. So because of that, it became very entertaining and educational. And um, our goal is to make it all inclusive. So this app will work for everybody. Next page, please. Now, system. So we made it so that it was going to be supported across platforms. So it works for Android and iOS. And then we also modified it so that it works across all devices. So anytime you change it from something like an iPhone to maybe like an iPad, because of the size difference, it's still compatible because we adjusted it so that the frames and the pixels, it was going to adjust to the new system. This is very important. So just in case you're changing devices, because if we don't have this, if you change it from something big to small or something small to big, it might just not work. The wording or the size, it would just be messed up. Next slide, please. App layout development. Like mentioned earlier, we use Dart and Flutter for the front end development. These technologies allow us to create responsive, dynamic user interface, crucial for delivering a good user experience. We also incorporate Figma as a design tool to plan and visualize the user interface before implementing it. This allows us to make design decisions based on the user flow and user experience. Next page, please. Um, App layout development. So as you can see here, this is a picture of the welcome screen. So you can slide through. Let's just say these things right here. These are just like an introduction and like basic like instructions. It tells you what you could do. So here it tells you the Storyteller AI. This is the name of the app, and you could explore different genres. You could share your stories. You could create stories. Now, this page basically the main point is you can sign. If you don't have an account, you can sign up. You could create a username password, and that information gets stored into our database. And when you log in, it's authenticated through our Firebase system. Next page, please. So right after you log in, this is what you're going to be greeted with. This is essentially the home page. So here you can have all your saved stories or stories you created previously. And here you can access, read, and manage all the saved stories. And you can also keep them organized. And this is great for people who want to save them, share them, and just see what they made before. Next page, please. And this is the main feature, which is also the most important feature. So this is the create page. So here you can enter a name, a prompt, or a topic, and if you add more information, that's actually better because the more information you give the AI, the better it is. But essentially, you enter those keywords, and the AI will use those keywords to generate a story with supporting details, and also create visually appealing images that goes with the stories, and it will link everything up, and it will create the AI story for you here. So for example, in this picture, we wrote knights and dragons, so it created a story about knights and dragons. Next page, please. This is our last page. It's basically just the typical. You had the app support. It comes with the app support, like your emails and stuff. The about page just outlines our company's goals, the legal, just terms and conditions, and privacy policy that concerns with how we share the users' data, etc. And here you can also log out the app if you need to. Next page, please. So go ahead.
Okay, so we used Firebase as the backbone for user authorization, and our focus here was to create a reliable structure to handle data management and secure API interactions. And Firebase provided a reliable and scalable platform to manage account creation and user login. So if you look at figure 7, you'll see how Firebase manages user login and account creation data and gives a snapshot of how we securely handle user information. Next slide, please. Okay. So we also emphasize account authorization, which was also powered by Firebase. And to lower the barrier for first-time users, we included a guest login option, which allows users to explore the app without creating an account, and it encourages them to try the app before committing. And in figure 8 here, you can see the different sign-in methods we implemented, including the guest login feature, and we designed this for the demo presentation. Next slide, please. All right. So integrating AI technology was really important for our app, and so we tested and selected different AI models to find the most optimal solutions for generating text and images. So as you can see in figure 9, you can see the code that highlights how these API calls were set up, and these calls allowed us to deliver custom story generation functionality seamlessly. Next slide, please. And initially, we tested GPT 4.0, and even though the quality was really good, we explored other options and noticed that the mini one offered the same results at a lower cost. And here in figure 10, you'll see the code for a glimpse of the code used for creating custom images, demonstrating how we specified how we wanted these images generated to enhance the storytelling experience. Next slide. Okay, so our applications development followed the software development lifecycle with a big emphasis on agile methodology. So since we're a team of 4, we held Scrum meetings once or twice a week and helped us to track progress, resolve different issues, and um, once we were working and completed with a design, we dived into coding with Dart and Flutter and built the app's core structure. And integrating Firebase was basically a key milestone since it not only handled user management, but also protected sensitive API calls to open AI using Google Cloud Functions. Next slide, please. And to wrap this up, this slide presents 2 key diagrams. The first shows how the different components of our application interact with each other, and it gives a clear picture of how the back end and front end are connected, how the AI models are integrated, and how everything flows together to deliver a seamless user experience. And here in the second diagram, the widget tree, it shows the structure and layout of the app's UI and gives a good idea of how the UI components are organized. So next slide. And then Tufael, you can go.
So when we're developing this app, we faced so many challenges and so many obstacles that made it hard for us to make any progress. And one of the challenges we faced was the AI generating inappropriate or violent content. And to fix this issue, we used the policy made by OpenAI, and we followed their policy, and that helped us fix the issue. Another issue we faced was the limit rate. For example, generating images costs money, and we are on a budget, and we're trying to make our app very friendly and very fast without having too many issues or running into limitation. And we are trying to make an app that anyone can use and without having to worry about running out of money. So we we looked into many different option and many different version of AI, and we went with OpenAI, and then we looked into different version of DALI E3 and different APIs to fix our issue with rate limitation. Another issue was with DALI 2 API, DALI 2 and DALI 3. DALI 2 API was slow compared to DALI 3 API, and DALI 3 API had better quality pictures, but it cost more. But due to caring about having good quality app, we went with DALI 3, and the pricing was a problem overall because it costs money to generate story images, and we are worried people will abuse our app and generate many different images, and that will cost more money. Other challenges we faced was the limitation of generating large amount of images by user. And to counteract this, we place specific quotas, rate limits, and implementation of anti-spam measures to prevent unauthorized or excessive usage of our API and image generation. And there was also a problem where no limit rate to generation amount for account. So we wanted our app to have a way to stop spam and spam image generation so we don't run out of budget. And another issue was we had, which was important to me because I developed the UI, and it helped me stop making progress because when I was using the keyboard, it would affect the layout design and change positions. So my team and I, we looked more into it and looked at the code line by line and looked into more resources to fix the issue. But after a while, my team and I fixed the issue, then we started making progress again. And so for the test planning report, we did many tests on requirement, creating account guest, and every other features we have. And most of our requirements has passed and few of them failed. The ones that failed was generating inappropriate content or character or background ones. But we'll find a way to fix them by following OpenAI policy. So for version control, we use GitHub. GitHub allowed us to work on our project and create our app simultaneously. And we made many progress using version control that allowed us to track our code, fix any bugs. And if something was wrong or if we made any mistake, we just went back and fixed the bug or fixed the code without losing any progress. And using GitHub, we are able to create different branches for development, branches for fixing bugs. And this helped us work on our app better, and it made our app better, and we worked effectively. Overall, GitHub was a good tool because it helps us tracking and labels, gave us milestones, and organized our workflow and made tracking easier. And one of the things I liked about GitHub was that we are able to track our code without losing any progress. We could go back if something we did wrong in the new version. We could go to previous one and use the other version, and it helped with better collaboration and made our team better. So overall, our team was successful in delivering a mobile app that uses AI to create stories. And we followed the software development lifecycle to create this app, and we used many new technologies and learned a new language to create this app and gain better knowledge about creating apps. Overall, one of the critical part was developing this app was having thorough documentation, and this documentation helped us create the app aligning with what our goal and the requirement we initially proposed, and that helped us make our project more transparent and helped with any revisions and fixing any bugs. So for demo, so I will do the demo. So when user opens the app, this is the first thing they will see, a welcome screen. And in the welcome screen, there are slides that tells what our apps does. Our apps has many different genres. User can create anything they can imagine, any stories, and be able to share. And in the welcome page, there is login button, a sign up button. User can enter their email, username, password, and then create email. And in the login button, user that already made the account, they can just sign in and log into our app. So for demo purposes, I will do guest sign in, and this is the first thing a user will see on their screen. This is they will see the generated stories, list of the generated stories on their screen, and in the home page there's menu, create, and settings, and I will go to the create. And in the create, user can type any type of stories they want. And I will type a story about a knight and a dragon. Usually when we're generating a story, it takes about minimum 30 seconds to maximum 1 minute to generate. And the background is generating the stories and creating the images using DALL-E 3 API and getting the stories using OpenAI API. So right now it's just generating the stories and looping through it to create 10 different images, and it's gonna take about 1 minute. So while it's generating, I will show you the setting page. So this is our setting page. It has app support, about, legal, privacy policy, and logout. This button will log out and take user to the welcome page. And in the app support, we have it shows how our user can use our app. About page tells more about our app and what our app is about. Legal page talks about legal policy and about inappropriate content it may generate. And then we have privacy policy. So right now it has the blue ring and it made about 50% of progress right now and it almost generating the stories. So it would be about another 15 seconds for it to generate the stories. And then it generated the stories. And this story is about a knight and a dragon. It has 10 different images and 10 different storylines that goes with the image. So this is the images and the stories it made. It has next button and back button where user can go back and then go to the next one. And overall, this is our app, and I hope you guys enjoyed our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.